Welcome to Chef Richard's Kitchen. I'm Chef Richard Miller. Today we're going to make tequila chicken. And it's one of those recipes that is a tequila and a citrus based marinade. And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to put it on the grill, and we're going to serve it with some lime and cilantro rice later on. But first thing we need to do is we need to get it in the marinade. And to marinate, all I'm going to do is I'm taking one of these double, Ziploc bags, freezer bags, and into that I'm going to put a half a cup of squeezed orange juice, about a cup of squeezed lime juice, about a half cup of amber tequila. And really what that is, if you're out looking for it in the store, there's a couple of different kinds of tequila. The first is the clearest, no aging whatsoever, that's Blanco. The one that has the next aging, which is actually an amber, is a reposado. And so you can actually go up, I believe it's an Anjero, is the even more aged tequila. Really what we're wanting is just an amber or a reposado type. All right, I'm going to throw in, probably maybe a couple tablespoons of diced and seeded jalapenos, probably about 3 cloves, of minced garlic, a tablespoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of salt, and a half teaspoon of pepper. And when you hold it down like this, if any air escapes, you get a different bag. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and, since the marinade is made, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in our chicken. And what we want to use here is, I'm using chicken breast. You can use thighs, but I'm using the skin and bone type. And the reason is, when we grill it, this is going to take and help protect the meat so it doesn't dry it out nearly as fast. So, give it a few shakes like this. I got quite a bit of the air out of it. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and I'm going to let it marinate 3 to 4 hours. So, I'll see you in about 3 to 4 hours then. Don't go far. You know you want to come back, and I sure want you to come back too. Alright, it's been about 3.5, 4 hours, and the chicken's been marinating nicely in the refrigerator. So let's go ahead and take it out. Such. And now I want to take and put just a little salt and pepper on these. All right, now a little pepper. All right, now let's go out, and I've been preheating the grill. So let's go ahead and go out and let's grill these. So let's go. the grill's heated up, so let's go ahead and let's put our chicken on. And I want to put the chicken on skin side down. There. Okay. Now, the reason I put them at an angle like this is because after they get a good sear mark on the skin, I want to flip them over 90 degrees, and that'll give it that good grill mark on there. Also, when we put the skin side down, it tends to want to be a little crisper on the skin side when we take it out. Okay, now let's go ahead and rotate these 90 degrees. And we'll get a good crosshatch on the skin side. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip them over. I'm going to drop the cover and turn the heat down a little bit, and that'll tend to cook it through a little faster. And then we'll go ahead and open it up and give any browning. Okay, you can see on these how it gave it a crosshatch pattern. So now I go ahead and flip it over to the bone side. I'm going to turn this down a little, and we're going to cover it and just kind of let it bake, grill on through. It's about 89 degrees in there, so we have a little ways to go. Okay, we're up to about 165. So let's go ahead and let's turn this off, and let's take them inside. Where I have some cilantro rice, we're going to let these rest for a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and it's going to be time to plate. So see you inside. Okay, here comes the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to plate. I've let the chicken rest in here for about 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and let's put our chicken on our plate. I have some cilantro lime rice. And here's something I like doing, not everybody does, but I do, is this is the marinade that I had. And what I did was I took and I put it on the stove and I boiled it down and reduced it. And of course when I boiled it, you know, that killed any of the bacteria that was in there from the chicken. And so I often do that, and then just spread this over the meat like such. So, okay. Now, we have our chicken. I'm going to garnish this with a piece of lemon and probably just sprinkle a little parsley on it, or that's not parsley, I'm sorry, that's cilantro. And probably put a little piece down here. And here we go. Alrighty. This is tequila chicken and with a citrus marinade. Now, I went ahead and I tried it and I loved it. It seems really, really good. The chicken out there just came out to the right temperature. I haven't cut it yet, but I certainly intend to. The marinade, after it reduced a little while, you don't really get any buzz from the tequila. It's long boiled off of there. The only thing you get is the flavor on it, and then our cilantro and lime rice. So go ahead, and if you want to even put a couple of lime slices, if anyone wants to squeeze lime over their rice, there you go. Other than that, here we have another one. It's certainly a winner. Once again, it's not difficult at all to go ahead and make this. The only difficult part is just waiting while it marinates, and it does take a while to marinate. Also, I ran it out on a grill, and it's about 88 degrees out there and humid, so I probably wish I'd have baked it, but I didn't. I grilled it because that's my favorite type. So anyway, give it a try. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it turns out. I love hearing from my viewers how things turn out, and if you have a problem, let me know. Let's see if we can get it straightened out. Once again, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate your tuning in. Take care. God bless. Remember that cooking should always be fun. And certainly remember to give a thumbs up and subscribe. So until the next time, I'll look forward to seeing you next episode. Bye for now.